Okay, guys, this is a very quick video just to deal with a couple of answers to my prepared answer series, a couple of questions that come up from a sermon I did on Sunday on a couple of queries. What they're related to is in Genesis, it says that God gave us a tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And in the sermon, what I want to do is deal with a couple of questions that arise from that particular, that topic around why would God put the tree in the garden at all? Why put something there that would cause us to turn away from Him, potentially? And also, well, where did it come from? Who created evil? So the first question was, well, why would God put the tree in the garden in the first place if it can cause us to turn away from Him? And what was said about that was, well, God's main goal was that we would have a relationship with Him. We would walk in a relationship with Him, but it's a relationship that we have chosen. So for love to exist, it must have a choice. Um, if there's no choice, there's no love. If you look this up from a psychology point of view, it would always tell you, and it will clearly say that love is not a feeling, love is a choice. And therefore, there had to be an opportunity for us to actually reject God. There had to be something there where we could decide, no, I'm not choosing that. For it to be, for love to exist and it not to be forced, or for the environment not to be created where we had no other option but to love God, there had to be a choice that we would reject God. So, God, for me, left the tree in the garden so that we could choose another option because we had to have free will to make our own decision. And therefore, love flourishes where there's a choice. The second one was, well, where did evil come from? Did God create evil? Some people may have heard this one before, but it really works for me. The answer to that is evil doesn't exist in and of itself. It's not an existent thing per se. It can only exist when it's attached to something else. So in this instance, it's like cold. Cold doesn't exist. It's only the absence of heat. Yes, it can be measured, but it doesn't exist outside of heat. It's not an existent thing in itself and therefore didn't need to be created. It's just the absence of heat. Therefore, evil's the same. Evil doesn't exist in and of itself. It's just the absence of good, or in this case, the absence of God. So God didn't need to create it. It's just in a place that He is not. It's without God, just as cold is without heat. So that's a couple of things I dealt with at the weekend. Just wanted to make a quick video on it today, just on how we answer them queries when they come up. I'll be back again very soon with some other queries. Hope this can help. Drop any comments or likes below. Thank you for listening.